to connect? How are you trying to connect? Yeah. Yeah, y'all feeling me? Y'all know what's up. Even the ones that's not commenting in the chat, y'all know I'm telling the truth. It's okay. This season finale, baby, you won't see me for a while. All right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm mic dropping today. I am mic dropping today. This season finale of the coffee show, man, of Coffee and Conversation. Man, we appreciate the fellas on the show, man. Appreciate you, Jay and Rollo on the show. We're gonna go ahead and get into the last topic of the day, man. I just want to go ahead and just bring this all the way on home. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk a little bit about being unhappily married. Ooh. Can you be unhappily married? Oh, I got a young lady who said it's possible, and she had listen, man. This is hey, man. We about to deep dive a little bit. All right. She said, yeah, it's possible you can be unhappily married, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what she says real quick. All right.
All right. So,
yeah, let's do this real quick. Let's go.
And this guy hit on me, right? So he said, hey, you married? And I was like, yes. And he said, you happy? And I was like, no. And the reason why I said no was because, one, I'm brutally honest, and two, I was not happy at the time. But what does me being unhappy have to do with whether or not you have a shot? Here's the thing I realized. A lot of married people don't know how to be unhappily married and still not walk away. If you could learn how to be unhappy for a minute, your marriage will last. Because the goal in marriage is not happiness. The goal...
Okay. We're going to stop it right there for a second. Yeah, we're about to unpack this right now. Do y'all want me to play it back? Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. You want me to play it back? Put a one in the chat. You want me to play it back, dog?
I don't think they've seen it.
This is very interesting. I have a whole thing about this. I got a whole thing about this, dog.
Got my coffee.
Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. You want me to replay it? I'm already. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because this right here. See this right here, man? Yo, let's do this real quick. Here we go. It's funny. This here? Okay. Cryptochronology. No. Let's go.
And this guy hit on me, right? So he said, hey, you married? And I was like, yes. And he said, you happy? And I was like, no. And the reason why I said no was because, one, I'm brutally honest, and two, I was not happy at the time. But what does me being unhappy have to do with whether or not you have a shot? Here's the thing I realized. A lot of married people don't know how to be unhappily married and still not walk away. If you could learn how to be unhappy for a minute, your marriage will last. Because the goal in marriage is not happiness. The goal is to build a lasting relationship that withstands the ebbs and flows of marriage, of relationships.
DeMarco, we need another one. Where's the applause? Someone finally.
All right. Unhappily married. I have two guests on the Coffee Conversation show, but they're not guests of the Melrose Network because they own it. Along with yours truly as well. Fellas, what is your take on it? Do I need to play this again? Because I don't think I do. I think we got it this time.
We got it.
Yeah. I think we got it. What is your take, man? What is your take? Chime in at any point, man. I'm really interested in what you guys think about this, man. Rollo, you had a disdain to play it back again. So I'm gonna save you for last. Jay, dog.
Oh no, my understanding was like, oh, that's it. We don't need to see that again. But yeah, you can go to Jay.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I misread you. My bad.
No, it's all good.
Jay, what you thinking, man? What's your take on this particular unhappily married concept that this woman is talking about? And she said being unhappily married, being unhappy for a momento, uno momento.
Right.
All right. So what's your take on it, man?
Right. That's the part I agree with. I have a few things. One, I agree with the concept that she was trying to say. Marriage is work. You know what I'm saying? Any type of long relationship is has to be some type of contribution. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it involves the exchange of contribution, like between man and woman, period. And if you're taking a step into marriage and making this lifelong lasting, supposedly and legally, you know what I'm saying? It's a contribution that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? So that contribution back and forth does not mean flowers and dandelions all the time. That doesn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that out of just watching my parents. You know what I'm saying? They, just fortunately, to be honest, they fought and fussed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They never walked out the door, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They took time, or even took time away from each other. But they never did that. You know what I'm saying? So to you know what I'm saying? And I'm not disdaining no other situations. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from what I've seen. I'm just talking from what my thing is. So I'm saying that in saying that I know it can work with contribution. You know what I'm saying? Even the obstacles that you go through, the ups and downs you go through, don't all have to be walk away scenarios. There are walk away scenarios, right? There's always that. But we sometimes in our relationships or in our marriages make things extreme because of how we came into them at first. You know what I'm saying? Or because what we deserve, we think we deserve all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think people are getting married now for the fact that they see the happy part. They just want the ring and the event and the benefits of it, but not the work and contribution that it needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? And so when people have that insight, then they try to work on it. They don't really want to work on it, and so everything that as a nuance becomes an elevated big problem. You know what I'm saying? It becomes some things. A little anthill becomes a mountain because of what you expected out of this situation, which is just only happiness or whatever the case may be. So she was saying that there's going to be times like that. This is where I got from it. There's going to be times like that where you're not going to be simply happy in your marriage. There's going to be some problems that y'all need to go through. Y'all both human. Y'all both adults. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean y'all don't see eye to eye on every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know what I'm saying? And then you have events that y'all haven't went through yet, that have to go through, and then y'all might have different opinions about that. That all is relative to that, you know what I'm saying? And having obstacles or discussions or disagreements at some time, to the point that it might be arguments about some type of stuff. But that doesn't mean that all these events are walk-away events. So at this time, she probably got this guy to walk up on her at one of those moments. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is my other thing. I don't believe in airing laundry either, though.
Thank you.
I don't believe in that. This is the one part I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I'm not going to praise the video entirely. I don't think she should have said the status of their relationship. I don't like when people
said
do that.
anything. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Right. I just don't. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That leaves room for people to think that it's not authentic as you want it to come off as. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why that question posed. That's why that men pose that question. Like, are you happy? Because, that's your destination, is to be happy, and then they prive into your vulnerability. Like, oh, okay, he's not doing this. Well, I can, and then that's how that whole thing starts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't believe in airing the dirty laundry like that. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, like I'm married and that's it, not say the status, or just say that you are happily married because the totality of the relationship makes you happy. Could have been the end of that. You know what I'm saying? So for the concept of unhappily married for a moment, I agree with. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with the presentation of the way she did that. So if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So
before you go, Rollo, I have to say this while it's on my mind. Okay. That unhappily married thing for a moment thing that she said is misleading to me.
Okay.
You having an argument and you having a disposition, or you having a moment where, okay, you just can't seem to get the ball rolling in this particular part of your marriage, it lets me know that you're not being cooperative. It lets me know that you're being combative with me, and that's the reason why you're not happy, because you're not getting your way. or you think that your input is not being implemented, but there is another way that may be a little bit better, and you don't want to go that route. You want to go the route that you deem to be good for the both of you when you're not the head. So I think because she said, I'm brutally honest, I need us to stop this.
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as brutal honesty. Yeah. Toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, good crap. What are we doing? We're taking these words and we're twisting them to make it feasible for our fleshly desire. Mm-hmm. You're not getting your way right now, so you're not happy about something, and it could be anything. It may not even be from a selfish standpoint, but it could be anything. My thing is this. I agree with you 100,000%, Jay. Do not speak of the status of your marriage to any man, especially a man that she started off by saying a man was trying to hit on me, right? Right. And then he asked me, was I married? I said, yes. And then he asked me, well, are you happy? And I was like, no, but that don't mean you got a shot with me because I ain't happy with my marriage. First of all, the reason why I say that because I'm brutally honest, there's no excuse. What did we talk about last week, y'all? I'm talking to the coffee beans right now. The coffee beans last week. Didn't we talk about the sociopath? Didn't we talk about the mentality last week? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw this episode last week, y'all. Whether you saw it live or afterward, put a 1 in the chat. We talked about the mentality you have last week about the mentality of happiness versus pleasure. Pleasure is happiness is long term. Happiness is giving. You find happiness when you're sharing something. Whatever you do for yourself on the selfish standpoint for a short term perspective is only for a moment. That's just pleasure. Not all pleasure is wrong, but too much of it will get you in the addictive state. You can never OD on happiness because it's complete satisfaction. Like you said, Jay, overall, the marriage is good. Why are you saying you're not happy? Right. That means you're not satisfied with something, and you took that one thing, extracted the thing you weren't happy about, and you made it to be the representation of the entire relationship.
A broad event, right?
That's why everything she said to me, although it sounds good, but it's coming from a disingenuous place. I saw through her a little bit on that. What she said on surface makes total sense, yeah. But you're disingenuous about it. Because not only did you air the dirty laundry to the man, but to us too. Now even I know that if I saw this random chick at a gym somewhere, that she is unhappy. Now you left us with, I'm unhappy. Rollo, what's up, man? What you got, dog?
Yeah, man, that was a good point. That was a very good point. I agree with both of you 100%. What threw me off was when she said the goal isn't to be happy. Then she summed it up at the end by ironing it out by saying not being happy will get you through that tough time that Jay alluded to. I think the goal is to absolutely be happy in marriage, which I think will which will bring forth the willingness more to get through those tough times. I grew up younger. My mother was a single parent. I was able to see her remarry when I became a teenager, and I was able to see her go through that, see her married and going and go through that. And I saw the dynamics of her relationship and what some things took. And I know the only thing that maybe got her through those difficult times was the love and was the happiness that they shared. You know what I'm saying? So I think that threw me off, even though she summed it up at the end. But I think the goal should always be that happiness, because I believe that happiness will bring forth that strength and that willingness to get through those tough times, and to make you want to stay and to make you want to get back to the good things and the brighter side of marriage when you come through those dark times. It's a willingness, but the willingness has to come from a good place, a happy place. The sharing, the understanding, yes, we're here right now, but we're going to use this power, the love and the happiness that we have to get through it. So that's the goal. Even though she summed it up at the end, that threw me off initially, because I feel that should always be the goal. And that will push you through the dark days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Having unhappy times and having an unhappy marriage are two different things.
Yep.
Right.
Those are two different things. And she's using unhappy moments to say she's unhappy in her marriage. This is where we have to break things all the way down. You said what, Jay?
At least the terminology. That's why I said as a concept, I understand. But the terminology is off.
She threw it off because she told the man, asked her was she's happy. It had nothing to do with the moments that they had. It's about marriage. He asked her first, "Are you married?" That's a specific question. That's either yes or no.
Right.
It ain't no I lived with somebody for a long time and then you say yes because y'all plan on getting married. No, you're not married. That is a very definitive question. You're not married. You said yes. He asked you, were you happy in your marriage? Then you took an unhappy moment to define that your marriage is unhappy. See, that's where I have the problem. That's two different things. And then, like you said, Jay said it perfectly. Yo, you just aired out the dirty laundry, yo. You just told a strange dude that you're not happy in your marriage right now, but then you try to stunt on him and you try to front on him like, but what makes you think because I'm unhappy in my marriage that you have a shot?
Come on, man.
Come on, dog. Now you want to flex.
People really don't think the energy they put out is a reflection of whatever mental, emotional, physical state they're in. You could twist it and flip it however you want to try to prove a point, but that was from her. That was from in here.
That was from her gut. That was from the
That was from her gut.
Dula Amangada, bro.
How you expose and protect the vulnerability? It
don't make any sense. You know it don't even sound right.
Don't even. That was the reason of the conversation. That was the reason of the question was to expose the vulnerability, and you did just that. But yet you turn around and try to protect it as if that's a good thing still. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that just don't make sense.
And then the
unhappy moments are not in generic vowels.
Exactly. For better,
they say nothing about unhappy moments. They don't. Generic vowels do not.
Oh man, thank you. And I'm saying this myself, like, yo, listen? You cannot do that. You can't twist it like that. And then all of a sudden say the reason why I did that because I'm brutally honest. What are you talking about? That's no excuse. Yeah. You should be brutally have discretion.
Yeah,
brutally discreet is what you need to be.
Yeah. right.
You talk to me, I can't be around you. You a snitch. You a snitch. If I got 2 pallets of cocaine, I can't trust you to keep that to yourself because you a snitch. You gonna run to the feds. You gonna run to the feds, dog. Detective Ortiz and Detective Johnson asking you questions about the 2 pallets of cocaine. And I told you it was sugar, and you telling them what is really cocaine. I'm just brutally honest. I can't trust you now. You a snitch. Now you brutally honest with the feds. You a snitch, dog. You a flat out snitch. You a rat. You are a rat, man. This chick is a chameleon.
Crazy, bro.
This is what a chameleon look like. She's portraying femininity and she not being feminine. She a rat. Detective Ortiz, Detective Jackson questioned her about 2 pallets of cocaine. I told you it was sugar. Right. And you just happen to say cocaine in the interview. Now you want to say I was just being brutally honest, babe. Well, I'm gonna brutally F you up when I get out of prison. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna be brutally honest with your face, okay? Because there's no way in the world you should have told them about the cocaine.
Okay.
You a rat.
That's fact.
If I was a betting man, I would say you silly dog. That was a crazy joke, man.
No.
If I missed
y'all, man. I missed y'all. Season 2 been over too long, man.
If I was a betting man, I would believe that this scenario would not have went good with her if it was the other way around.
Absolutely.
Just for the fact of her husband stating how he was unhappy to another chick.
Ooh.
Just that part, not him protecting.
Yeah,
just for the fact that he stated and aired the dirty laundry and being brutally honest, I think she would have a problem with that.
She would be brutally upset.
Talk about unhappy. Yeah, you about to
right.
You about to definitely have an unhappy moment when you get home.
Yeah,
everything gonna be brutal. I want a brutal divorce then, since you being brutally honest with random chicks at the gym. And don't make look better than her. Oh, she really gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Hey man, that was a great point.
That was a great point.
That was a great point.